To what extent has the development of mobile phones changed our relationships with new media and each other?
In this podcast, we are going to discuss how the mobile phone has developed over time and how our relationship has developed along with it. In order for our arguments to be effective, we have conducted our own first-hand research by completing interviews and comparing our results with theorists' concepts in order to get the most recent and up-to-date statistics.
We interviewed 12 students, 6 boys, 6 girls, aged between 18 years old and 21 years old, and asked them about their relationships with their phones, and here are our findings. How long after waking up do you begin to scroll through social media sites?
Straight away.
5 seconds.
I go on my phone straight away as soon as I wake up.
Immediately, I feel like when I wake up not checking my phone, it's a kind of sad commentary on society and like a weird way we've been brought up, the fact that I need to log in to like see what people are doing that mean nothing to me, and the knowledge that I'll probably learn on Facebook will mean nothing to my day.
About 20 minutes.
Half an hour to an hour.
We found that 5 males and 4 females use social media as soon as they wake up, whereas 1 male and 2 females use their phones around 30 minutes after waking up. We found that both males and females go on their phones as soon as they wake up because they feel that they need to be up to date with all of the current information that their friends may have put up online at night time, no matter how tedious or boring it may be, even though they may not have any concern with the information that may have been put up. Do you feel anxious without your phone? If so, why?
Yes, very. I always feel like it's vibrating. I don't feel secure without my phone. I can't deal with the fact of not feeling like I can contact someone instantly.
Yeah.
I struggle with that.
Yes, because I need it with me. Yeah, so if people can't get in contact with me, I kind of panic. No, I can't get in contact with someone else, I panic.
Yes, especially in London, because it's quite valuable, so I'm always scared that someone's going to steal it or I'm going to drop it or something.
Yes, I do. It's just I feel a bit lost. And just like if I sit there waiting, normally the first thing I'll do is just like look for my phone.
I feel like a part of me is missing. Well, if I left my phone at home or something, come to uni, I'd be like, oh no, where's my phone?
Yes, because what if someone tries to abduct me in their car and then I can't call 999?
Not for social media things, but that can wait.
Yeah.
But mostly for maps
Yeah.
and the clock, because I don't have a clock.
Actually without my phone for like 2 days because it just died on me.
Yeah.
I actually felt liberated, man. It feels so good not to be with phone. These are such horrible devices, like, because this is like, yeah, I can talk, I can do shit like that, but like, do I need it? No.
3 males and 4 females said yes, 2 females and 3 males said no. We found that females are slightly more attached to their phones as they feel the need to stay connected with friends and families, as some females do not feel safe without their phones with them, as they feel lost without them and they use it for timekeeping and locations. On the other hand, males do not feel anxious without their phones because they feel more confident and do not feel the need to be connected with friends or family. Would you class your phone as a personal item or just an object?
Personal object. I think because it has all your personal things on there, like photographs, your text messages, your friends, the apps you want, so it makes it personal. When it's brand new, it's not personal.
Oh, that's tricky. Because if I say literally it's an object, but if it's a personal object, then that means it's a part of me. And I guess like, yeah, it's an extended limb, which is horrible to think of.
No, it's an object. I'm not deluded.
4 females and 5 males said that they would classify their phone as a personal item, in comparison to the 2 females and 1 male who said that their phone was just an object to them. What we found out is that the majority of people we interviewed stated that their phone was a personal item to them because it stored their messages, photos and videos, etc. However, the few that said it was just an object to them stated that they weren't that deluded to be attached to a phone. This shows that the development of smartphones have made people become more attached to their mobiles, because unlike around 7 years ago, people would only use their mobiles for texts and calls. However, now people are using it more personally for taking pictures or videos, or using it to store aspects of their life inside a small device.
Do you think virtual communication strengthens or weakens your relationships with your friends and family?
Maybe weakened sometimes. When you go to places like a restaurant, instead of talking to people, you spend most of your time looking at the phone on like Instagram and stuff.
I think because I don't live near them, it strengthens the relationships, but when I was living at home, it weakened them.
Weekend. If you walk into a restaurant today,
Yeah.
people will be sat around the table on their phones instead of communicating with each other.
Yeah.
Whereas me and my boyfriend make a conscious effort and we don't look at our phones when we go out together.
Yeah.
We always keep them in our pockets.
That's good.
Strengthens in the sense of like work, as in I can like email people, phone people, text people off it, kind of use WhatsApp and the different apps to kind of contact clients and contact people that I'm working for.
Yeah.
But then it kind of limits you to the sense that you don't speak to anybody anymore face to face. It's all through social networks.
3 females and 4 males said that their phones helped strengthen their relationships with their friends and family, whereas 3 females and 2 males said that it weakens relationships, and 1 male said neither. This score was close to being evenly split. The people who said it weakens their relationships stated that when they are with their friends, their mates are more interested in being on social media, connecting virtually rather than connecting verbally. Some people said that they found it rude to stay on their phones whilst they are around other people. However, some people agreed that it helped strengthen relationships, especially being a student, because they have moved away from home, so it is a great way to communicate with old friends and family members and see what they have been up to. We then conducted some secondary research, Henry Jenkins being our main branch. We found an interview he done with the National University of Distance Education in 2013 where he talks about social media.
In the 1960s, Alvin Toffler warned us that relationships would become increasingly disposable as the average American moves once every 4 years and frequently across regions, that we would cease to engage other people. We wouldn't know our neighbors. We wouldn't know the people who lived across the hall or across the street from us. Well, what's happened in the age of social media is we carry our relationships with us the way a turtle carries the shell on its back. It's part of us. And that infrastructure of connections with other people allows us, from people of my generation, we're rediscovering people we lost. Then when I moved away from Atlanta after high school, and I lost track of many of my friends in high school, and gradually via Facebook, we're finding our way back together, and we're sharing old stories online. We're laughing with each other about our teachers or about the pranks or about old jokes or whatnot. And that's really also happy days for me in an age of social media.
Jenkins agrees that the development in new media has changed relationships. He was able to reconnect with long-lost friends over Facebook. In social media, we carry our relationships like a turtle carries its shell. It's a metaphor he used that represents the fact that we always have social media among us and are therefore always connected. Perhaps this is why many people always feel the need to check social media, because they always have access to it with their phones being in their pockets. Whereas if someone's phone was to die whilst they were out, perhaps they wouldn't be so adamant to have to check their apps all the time.
We've done some further research into Henry Jenkins. Convergence and divergence are 2 parts of the same process. We should be thinking less in terms of convergence and more in terms of divergence. Convergence captures the imagination and divergence captures the market. A couch potato will never put up with the complexities of interactive TV, and an internet junkie will never surf the net with an awkward box design for another purpose. Companies today are pouring billions of dollars into such convergent concepts, such as smartphones, gas pumps, homes, watches, and toilets. Companies would be more innovative, more profitable, more successful if they focused on the opposite idea, which is divergence. We then read the book Misunderstanding the Internet, with a chapter written by Natalie Fenton, and then done some further research into her views and ideas. In the book, Fenton found a quote that stated 22% of all time spent on the internet is now spent on social networking sites. This relates to our findings in our questionnaire, as the first site that most people went on was actually Facebook.
She also found a quote that said daily time spent on Facebook is 25 minutes as compared to 5 minutes for a popular news site. This shows that people are more interested in looking at what their friends have been up to, comparing to educating themselves with local or worldwide news.
In 2011, 48% of 18 to 34-year-olds said they checked Facebook when they wake up. However, from our interviews, we found that this percentage has increased. Although we only interviewed 12 people, this cannot be a credible source. But because of how easy it is to access social media through our smartphones, the likeliness of this percentage increasing is in no doubt.
The iPhone 4S was the most bought phone in 2011. This was when smartphones started to become a revolution. The iPhone provided everyone to easier access to the internet and to social media, which was why this statistic started to increase dramatically from this year onwards. So much daily time is spent with people scrolling through social media sites in order to feel connected.
We only feel connected because we see their statuses and pictures. However, in reality, people only feel comfortable controlling how much information they reveal when they customize their profiles. To conclude, we found that relationships have been strengthened between individuals and their phones over a period of time. People are now more attached to their phones because they are able to use it for almost everything. It stores their personal information such as photos, videos, and music.
From research, we have found out that the development of mobile phones have definitely changed our relationships with social media, in the sense that because we always have access to it, we are always using it. The smartphone has helped us to stay in contact with friends and family without having to text or call them. We can now visually see what they have been doing via Facebook statuses, Instagram photos, or video chats over Skype. However, there is the danger that people are overusing their mobile phones and are more interested in connecting virtually rather than verbally.